Welcome to RetroBoxBreaks. This is a channel where we open up baseball cards from the 80s and 90s, and this is the Chasing Reggie series. So in this series, we open up 90 Upper Deck High series, and hopefully we will get a Reggie Jackson signature out of it. This particular case that we've been opening, though, the real highlight is the fact that there's error cards in here. Not in every box, but in some of the boxes so far, we've gotten error cards for the no copyright on back. So, pretty exciting. We pulled a couple of really nice ones of those. A couple of King Griffey Juniors. I don't know the actual stats on it. You don't really have good stats on error cards, but I have to believe it's got to be probably one of the rarest King Griffey Juniors from the 89-90 years. So here we go. Another chance to find a Reggie Jackson signature. So here we go. All right. Of course, to be honest, up to this point, the big excitement is the error card. So we can probably figure it out here in the first pack whether or not they're here. Typically it's the center two cards in the pack. And it looks like so far I'm seeing all of them. Let's see here. Yep, that's got it. That's got it. Okay, so doesn't look like this box is going to unless it starts in the middle somewhere, so we'll check a pack later on and see if it's got it. There we go. Bob Hamlin rookie. Pretty cool. That's a Reggie Jackson right there. Could it have a signature on it? No signature. All right. Well, it's the right one, and to be honest, I think this is the first one of this of number 9 of 9 that we've seen out of the whole case. That is exciting. That's very exciting because before we were only getting like 1 through 6 out of like the first half of the case. So very cool. Very cool. Yeah, there's an interesting, I've probably mentioned this before, I'm sure, because we've gotten Bob Hamlin's in other packs, but there's an interesting SB Nation video about Bobs in baseball, or maybe it's Bobs in sports in general, and how they're dying off. I'm sure it's probably because not many people are naming their kids Bob. But it was an interesting video nonetheless. Robin Yount, there we go. So although we have seen the no copyright errors, we have not seen the error for what's the guy's name? Whitaker or something like that. The black box on the back of the card. It's been so long since I looked the guy up, I forget his name. Whitaker, or something like that. Mike Fitzgerald. All right, so actually I'm pretty excited seeing that first Reggie Jackson. It means that maybe we can get maybe put together a complete set. I think we haven't even, after the first half of the case, we're not able to put together a complete set because we haven't even gotten all of the regular ones, let alone the signature. So this could be pretty exciting. Oh, still got the copyright on there. Of course, don't forget we can get some interesting cards in here. Sammy Sosa rookie, a King Griffey Jr. second year, some cool Bo Jacksons and stuff. So still a lot of fun stuff to get in here outside of the Jacksons. feel like one that we haven't seen in a while is the Ken Griffey Jr. checklist. So before I started the video here, I was looking on eBay, looking at baseball card box sales from basically from 1980 to 95. And I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised at the volume of boxes being sold on there, which is good. It's a good thing. It's kind of getting me excited. I'm thinking about, and I mentioned this several times before, Robin Ventura. There we go. I'm thinking about starting a investment series on the channel because I think there's some really good value out there right now, and I think that baseball cards are going to be making a comeback over the next year or two. I mean, we're not going to see the returns that we saw, you know, where boxes went from $100 to 5 or 6 or 800, you know. But I think there's some real opportunity out there to get, you know, old boring returns of like, you know, 5, 8, 10% a year possibly type of thing. One of the ones that I'm kind of fascinated at actually how cheap it is the 89 Upper Deck Low Series. I mean, that was selling for over $1,000 a box not long ago, and it's down to, there we go, Reggie Jackson. I don't remember seeing that one either, 5 of 9. Maybe we had gotten that one before. It's nice to see the breadth in the set, though. But the 89 Upper Deck Low Series, I mean, for $500 or $600, that feels like a steal to me. Well, maybe that's not the right word. It feels like a good opportunity. Again, I don't think you're going to buy that box and sell it for $1,000 in a year from now. But I think if you buy that box and put it in a closet and forget about it for 10 years, you're going to do very well. And that's kind of the mindset that I'm taking here. Quote that I heard recently, not from the original person, but I think it, and I've heard it over the years, is, oh yeah, we're definitely, oh yeah, so there's 6 of 9. It's like now we're going to get all the, maybe in the second half of the box, we're going to get all the cards we didn't get in the first half, of or the second half. In the second half of the case, maybe we'll get all the cards we didn't get in the first half of the case. But, yeah, an interesting quote that I heard recently, and I've heard it before over the years. Oh, look at that. That is, the way you build wealth is you buy things and hold them for long periods of time, effectively, right? And I think that if you do that with baseball card boxes, right now, I think it probably puts you in a really good spot for, you know, 10 years from now. I think that just like with classic cars, we're going to go through a cycle where it makes sense to keep stuff, and then there will be a time when it makes sense to sell because, oh, there we go. Mark McGwire. I really like these cards. I don't know if they were trying to go after the Diamond King kind of situation there, but I really like them. I don't know if I like them better than the Diamond Kings. They are, you know, Diamond Kings are quite iconic. Well, they missed the glue on that one. Maybe it's got a Reggie Jackson signature in it. Who knows? Yeah, I think what'll happen is it'll make sense to I always liked that card. To hold these for a long time, and then you got to know when to get out, you know. If you held on to a classic car until the people who really wanted to buy them or started dying off, then you know, the price came down pretty significantly. I think that'll be the same with baseball cards. I mean, oh, here we go, Bo Jackson. Pretty cool. I mean, not the. I think Bo Jackson has like 3 cards in here, something crazy like that. But yeah, you know, if you bought, you know, a 1950s car and you held it for a long time, it went way up, and then if you held it a little too long, it went way back down. I mean, I'm sure you probably did pretty well on it, all in all, if you bought it early enough. But you know, if you bought, you know, a 1950s classic card towards the end, you probably got creamed. So I think we're kind of in the same boat with baseball cards. I think baseball cards have especially stuff from the 80s and 90s, that junk wax era stuff, that really I think it has a long way to run, especially the unopened stuff. And I think it's got 20 or 30 years in it, but it's not, it got hit recently. I think it's a good opportunity to get in, maybe dollar cost average, so to speak. I think there's a lot of opportunities. You don't have to go for something crazy like 89 Upper Deck. There's other opportunities out there that are less expensive. I mean, if you go look at the eBay sales, there's a lot of interesting boxes out there that are really not that expensive. What's really crazy is the prices of 1990 Topps boxes. That's just blowing me away. I mean, those things are going, like, just raw boxes. I think I saw some selling for like 40 and $50, not even wrapped, by BBCE. It's getting bonkers out there. But that's good. What that's saying is there's so much demand that even the low end is coming up. So at least in my mind, seems people are like, oh, the high value stuff it's out of my league, but I'm still gonna keep buying the lower cost stuff, which is probably means that we're pulling in more collectors, investors into the arena. I think that's good long term. So, man, I feel like I'm talking myself into buying some of this stuff. All right. It's been a minute since we've gotten a decent card here. Still seeing those. I wonder what the odds of getting 2 of these stickers is. I can't remember if I'm keeping those or not. Looks like I got a stack of some of them. By the end of this, we're going to go at least through 2 of these cases, so I'm going to end up with, probably end up tossing most of them, to be honest. If they were cooler, I'd probably keep them, but they're 90s holograms, so they're not that great. Let's see here. Uh-oh, got some movement upstairs. We might have to cut this one short. Let's see here. So let's see here. Got us one more. The Reggie Jackson. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen any more interesting cards out of the regular set yet. One of the things I did want to pull out of here was the error for the Ben McDonald. I thought that would have been cool. Have not seen that. In fact, haven't even seen very many Ben McDonalds. Of course, that's probably because this is the high series. of 9, so definitely not the signature. It only comes on the last one. Oh, there's Jose Uribe. I wonder if that guy's done anything to try to capitalize on his eBay fame, like signing at card shows or anything. That would be a little bit hilarious. Oh, there we go. Deion Sanders rookie. That's pretty cool. And he almost looks like he has a football uniform on there. Oh, there's a Larry Walker rookie. There we go. That's pretty cool. Is he high series? Oh, I think he is. I don't know where the high series starts. He may not be high series. Will Clark. Maybe the second half of the box will be the exciting half. They sure do twist these cards around a lot, don't they? Oh, look at that. Sammy Sosa. Dinged up corner, unfortunately, but still pretty cool. Jose Offerman, he was kind of a thing for a minute. Yeah, I mean, I think there's still some cool boxes out there that you can still buy pretty inexpensively that I think are going to do well over time. I think the 1990 Score is a fun box to open to get that Bo Jackson football baseball card out of there, Fred McGriff. I think the 91 Top Stadium Club has just a bunch of iconic cards in it, fairly inexpensive. Kind of more mid-range is like 90 Leaf Series 2. You know, you got the Frank Thomas, Larry Walker rookie in there. I also think some of the 89 stuff that isn't Upper Deck, those are still fairly inexpensive. So I think there's a lot of opportunity out there. Actually, 86 Don Russ is not too bad. Still, I think it's like 150. You can get BBC wrapped boxes in the 150 range. Yeah, so the way I think about it is like, how much would somebody pay for a chance to open a pack to get an iconic card from their youth out of a pack? That's the question. You got a little bit of a gambler's premium. You have the nostalgia. What's that worth? Is that worth $10? I think it's totally worth $10. So, you know, you take a box like a 91 Stadium Club, or even a let's take a 90 Leaf Series 2. $10 a pack, that's $360 box, right? You know, you can still get those for a couple hundred, $250. You know, it's not a huge run, but you know, with a card like a Frank Thomas rookie card, maybe that experience is worth $20. So I think a lot of good opportunity out there when you think about it like that, because boxes of cards are always worth way more than what you can pull out of them because of that nostalgia and gambler's premium, right? Sure, only one you know, maybe the odds are getting one Bo Jackson per box out of that 90 score. But, you know, if you pay $5 or $10 and it's in the one pack you buy, it's still worth it. You buy the whole box and open it, it's always a lose, right? Steve Avery, that's pretty cool. Barry Larkin, I think that's the second one I saw him, his regular card earlier. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of opportunity out there in the 89 or 1980 to 95 range. I mean, you get into some of that like early 80s. It's not the same thing, right? But it's definitely the close, like around 1990, 92, 93. I think there's a lot of boxes out there you could buy for the 100, you know, 50 to 200 range. I think if you bought them and just stuck them in a closet for 5 years, you'd probably do really well. So maybe I will start a channel on that. My thought is I'll start a basically a investment portfolio, and as you can tell, I mean, you can start with a relatively small amount of money. It's not like you gotta start doing this with $1,000, you know. So maybe buy a box or two a month or something like that. Kind of see how it works out. Matt Williams, I think his rookie's what, 88, something like that. Kirby Puckett, man, there we go. That's a pretty cool card. Can't say I remember ever seeing it. I'm sure it's gone by 100 times. It's funny how you see things for the first time sometimes. Same thing with this John Smoltz. Man, I don't ever remember seeing that card. Gary Carter. Some guy for the Reds I never heard of. Oh, got another Deion Sanders. Sweet Deion Sanders rookie. So far, no big hitters. Still looking for any of the Griffies. We got one of the Bo Jacksons. Just like 3 of them in here. Haven't seen a Mark McGuire. He's kind of, you know, or Bo Jackson. Those are kind of, you know, top end cards from a dollar perspective. You know what we haven't seen in a long time is the Nolan Ryan, what is it, 300 win, 5,000 strikeout card. I think that we pulled one early on, and it was the error version. Though the errors on those are pretty common, but still haven't seen one of those in forever. John Olerud rookie. There we go. Not a huge deal, but I think he did. There's Roger Clemens. He did have a run at the 400 batting average for a season once. I remember that. Bobby Bonilla. There you go. I wonder, was there a name for Bobby Bonilla and Barry Bonds combination there at the Pirates, kind of like the Bash brothers over there? Oh, look at that. Man, ask and you shall receive. Here we go. 300 wins. Then on the back, 6 no-hitter. Yeah, that's what it was. 300 win on the front, 6 no-hitter on the back. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we got the Nolan Ryan card I was literally just talking about. Man, that's sweet. That's the way it works out sometimes. Jose Lind. Oh man, it's hitting hot and cold here. Hot and cold on these. Got like 2 or 3 good packs in a row and then nothing for a long time. And I'm gonna have to look at the Reggie Jacksons after this, see if we got a whole set yet. I feel like we might have completed our first set, 11 or 9 boxes into the case. Not exactly a great percentage. Of course, maybe the other half of the box has the cards we're missing from the first half. So. All right. Still haven't seen a Griffey. I'm going to just start talking about cards I want. Maybe they'll pop up. King Griffey Jr. Already got the Sosa, actually, so that's cool. Haven't seen a Juan Gonzalez. I'd like to get one of those. Oh. Derek May. Looking for that new copyright still. Holding out hope. Holding out hope. Those are fun boxes. Opportunity to get a Griffey out of there. Man. Greg Maddux, there we go. Before he was at the Braves, I guess? Or was that before or after? I can't remember. Carlos Barriga. It's got to be close to his rookie. Bo Diaz, George Bell. Ah, there we go. Kevin Moss. There was a listing on eBay forever for Kevin, like 1,000 Kevin Moss rookies. I wonder if it ever sold. I mean, I don't know why you would buy them. 5 of 9. Oh, here we go. Another 5 of 9. Kind of want to get through all this first case so then we can start opening the next case to see what happens with that one. See if it's got a better distribution on those Reggie Jacksons or if it's just normal for it to be like horrible distribution. There we go, Dwight Gooden. Whoever that is. George Bell. There we go. Kind of getting into the close here, I would say. Man, sorry about that. Just waiting for that one last card to pop up that's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, we finally got it. Hope it's a Griffey or Reggie signature, which apparently is a possibility since we're getting the 9 out of 9s now, or at least one of them. Took us 9 boxes to get one, but finally got one. Based on boxes I've opened before, I mean, this is the first time I've ever opened a full case, but based on boxes that I've opened before, I thought the distribution would be a lot better. Of course, you know, you open one box here, one box there. You're not really, it's not quite the same thing. Alright, down to, after this one, we'll have 3 more. I'll just have foil all over after these. Julio Franco, there we go. Not the Texas Ranger I was looking for. Jose Offerman. Bob Hamilton, I feel like that was the first pack all over again. If that's the case, maybe we got one more Reggie Jackson left, and maybe it's the one that's signed, not that pack. I don't know how people wear hats with these, with the bills straight. This one is killing my forehead. Main reason I do it is just because I want to keep the hats looking kind of new. Almost there. Got 2 packs to go. Julio Franco. Juan Gonzalez, there we go. Bam. One of my favorite cards growing up right here. Once again, talked about him when he shows up. Pretty awesome. Alright, 2 packs to go. George Brett, there we go. Craig Biggio, Andre Dawson, Robin Yount. I mean, as far as a veteran pack right there, that's a pretty good pack. Here we are, this is the last one. Last shot at a Griffey or anything exciting like that. Last chance at a Reggie Jackson. Let's see here, coming up on the last card. Dean Palmer. Bo Jackson. There we go. The regular card of Bo Jackson. Pretty cool. Dean Palmer and the Baseball Heroes. I feel like we've gotten that one before, but there we go. Dean Palmer rookie. All right, well, that's box number 9 out of this case, and got I think probably the funnest card for me was this one right here, just because we don't see him very often. Nolan Ryan 300 win / 6th no-hitter card, so pretty fun. Got 11 more boxes in this case, and then we'll go to the next one. Have a good day.
Bye.